Hi, this is Anais. Welcome to my channel. Thank you for stopping by. I am still focusing my intuitive readings on Sacred Union Journey, and we do have the Lion's Gate 8-8 tomorrow. And some of us are feeling we're on the upside of that wave. Some of us have already gone through the 8-8 portal. And you'll know this if this has happened to you, and it's quite a wonderful experience. Some of us are still processing. Some of us are newly arriving into perhaps being with an embodiment, a physical embodiment of our Sacred Union counterpart. And if you think working on your own stuff was challenging, just wait till you have your stuff, somebody else's stuff in 5D and somebody else's stuff in 3D or your physical reality. This is the real test of just how much we have awakened. So as you know, my intuitive readings are not based on traditional tarot. They're based on translation of current energies. And I've been doing this work for, more than 30 years as a healer, an international retreat facilitator, a life coach, and much, much more. So it's fun for me to do this. It's a little bit of a mental break from the other things that I have going on in my life. And I really appreciate just being in a community of other people who are in the Sacred Union journey. So we can all support each other, because honestly, I've been doing spiritual work since really intensely, since 1989. And before that, like many of you, I was aware of many things in childhood. So since 1989, I've been on this journey, and in 1997, I developed and designed the retreat workshop, Meeting the Beloved. So that's kind of where I'm at. I've been at this a while. Boy, oh boy. I will just let you know, I have a squeaky antique desk and a squeaky chair, and I will do my best to just carry on. But if you hear squeaking, please just ignore it. Energies are not gender specific. Masculine energy, feminine energy. We need to come into balance with these energies within ourselves before we can come into balance within our relationship to Source and our relationship to our divine counterpart. So everything is happening in threes and twos. The divine masculine energy is electric. Let me roll that back. The divine masculine energy is electric. And it is being reduced from 2/3 to 1/3, because in the binary code system of separation, the distorted masculine energy, the electric energy, is 2/3 of a dynamic. Source is not included at all, and the divine feminine is 1/3 of the dynamic, even though the system of separation likes to use the yin-yang picture, the yin-yang diagram, as an emblem of what it is. It's not what it is at all. It's very misleading. So when we're coming into Sacred Union, we are coming into 1/3, 1/3, 1/3, 1/3 Source, 1/3 divine. We're coming into 1/3, 1/3, and 1/3 energies, 1/3 divine. We're coming into 1/3, 1/3, 1/3 energy balance in conscious co-creation. The primary 1/3 is Source. The secondary 1/3 is the essence of the divine feminine, and the tertiary is the electric of the masculine. Together, the masculine and the feminine create the electromagnetic flows of energy, which are embedded in every form of co-creation. Okay, so blah blah blah. Here we go. Now this reading is very specific. First, we have a reading for those of us who are experiencing our Sacred Union journey, within a more complex structure of a soul group. So the first part of the reading is what's happening with the soul group. The second part of the reading is where is the divine masculine going into the lion's gate, where is the divine feminine going into the lion's gate. And then I will do an extended reading, because I did ask, what are we carrying in the union? We have divine masculine, we have divine feminine, we have the soul group. What energies are we carrying in the union into the lion's gate? And what are the potentials for us to come out of balance and move off of our timeline merge that would carry us through the lion's gate portal in union? Okay, so that will be an extended reading, and with all that information, I'm going to begin. So first out, for the soul group, we have building blocks, the tribe, and serendipity. So here we have the soul group that is now moving into creating its foundation for the group work itself and its mission, and creating the foundation for the individuals in the group and any work they will be doing individually and collectively. Those foundations have been built. The tribe is connected. The tribe is working through the last of its issues. And the elements, Gaia's elements of air, water, earth, and fire, are collaborating and co-creating with us in our source alignment through serendipity. Okay, then we have, for the soul group, the energies of flexible, loyal heart, and soulmates. So in this dynamic within the soul group, we all have to continue to be incredibly nimble and very flexible as we are working through our own issues, as well as the issues of those soulmates who are in our soul group, that we're in active relationship, and the individual union that we're working on with our sacred union partner. So we need to remain nimble, we need to remain very alert, and we need to know that the dynamics that we're in with our sacred union counterpart, especially if we have met our physical divine masculine or divine feminine, that we need to understand that soulmates can be part of our group, and they can be the ones that are presenting us with difficult scenarios that we have to work through to make sure we are fully cemented in unconditional love, self-acceptance, and a process so that we know how to do our inner work and we know what to do, exactly what to do when we're finding ourselves on the verge of being triggered. Because our soulmates and our soul group are serving as a practice space. So when we actually do meet our sacred union embodied counterpart, we are ready not to contaminate or distort that relationship, because we've had plenty of time to practice and people to practice with, and these people will be doing this with us in a conscious and loving way, unlike those of us who are still connected with our birth families, which can also be part of your soul family. But let's be clear, soulmates, loyal heart, this is your divine counterpart. This is the group of you working together. These two are not necessarily the same people. This could be two people, and this could be two different people, and one of these could be this person, and one of these could be somebody else who's helping them get through their practice of unconditional love and their process of inner work and their connection to Gaia and their discernment and developing their intuition, and on and on and on and on and on it goes. Those of you who are in it, you know how far it goes. Okay, so for the divine masculine coming into the Lion's Gate, for those who are ready to go, we have the Sun and we have Hierophant. And the Sun card for me is clearly the transition for the divine masculine coming out of his ego. His third chakra is being deconstructed. I have gone through that experience with my sacred union counterpart, feeling his third chakra being deconstructed through and by unconditional love. It's an amazing experience. And here we have him in his spiritual wisdom, in his higher self, that is helping to shepherd him safely through the journey of letting go of his distorted ego dynamics and his third chakra, which he's really not going to need anymore. Once he comes into sacred union, the whole 7 chakra system gets reconstructed. Some of you have already been through that. You know what I'm talking about. If you don't know what I'm talking about, please email me. I will be happy to explain that to you. I think we've talked about it in some of our Meeting the Beloved videos. Now for the Divine Feminine, we have out Fortune's Wheel and the High Priestess. So here we have a beautiful mirroring where we have the Divine Feminine and the Divine Masculine are both really, really deeply connected to their higher selves, their meta beings, their monadic information and connections, and the activations that they've been receiving right along. So this is a beautiful mirroring of that. And the Divine Feminine in the High Priestess energy is the one who has begun to turn this Fortune's wheel, moving the sacred union couple, perhaps her turn now to guide them through the actual 8-8 portal they'll be going through together. And she has, she's got that timeline kind of loaded, locked and loaded, and she's going to make sure that they get through that together in union. And so here you see another mirroring where once the Divine Masculine has let go of his ego dynamics in his third chakra, then he is also at a high spiritual level being part of turning this Fortune's wheel so the two of them can begin their mission work together. And I like to see this little face in here. For me, it feels like the Divine Feminine and the Divine Masculine are in their metagalactic craft, doing their ascension journey and gently turning their wheel together. Beautiful. Okay, so then I did ask the question for the union itself, where are the energies? And this is really beautiful. Going into the Lion's Gate, we have the Divine Feminine very strong here as she is the Kruak. She is the mother of all creation. She is in creation, embedded in creation as dark matter, and she is there. And the child of the union is you and I in our embodied ascending forms. All of our subtle bodies aligned, transitioned out of a 7 chakra system into 12D. And 12D forms, and our Merkabas are functioning and we're able to move about. And here she is. This is the child. This is who we are becoming, the new child, the child of the new creation. And then we have a collection of the pixies, which for me reflects the amazing team that we are part of, embodied and spiritual, energetic consciousness. And we're all working together to get through this ascension journey, and bringing all of us along with it who are ready to go as Gaia ascends. Okay, so I think that's going to be where we're going to conclude the general reading. And then I do have an extended reading that I'll go through with you, but I will bring out a couple more cards here. I was asking if there was anything that might be required of the union to get through it in a really beautiful, graceful, and abundant way. What other additional help would be available? Because we have these 3 cards out that could sabotage getting through the Lion's Gate. Geo the Slow could move the union into a glacial pace where it will not meet the Lion's Gate timeline. The Luminous Doom can, in a sense, grab onto the ankle of the new self that we have busily been building in alignment with our divine original blueprint, and drag us down back into the three-dimensional frequencies. And really, honestly, you don't want to do that. It's just a source of pain. So that's an energy that can be self-sabotaging as we're heading to the Lion's Gate. And we need to be aware if we're being triggered into a victim mindset, or an I'm not good enough mindset, or I'm afraid mindset, then we'll have to do inner work with that trigger so we can get through the gate. And then we have the collection of pixies here being sabotaged by the gotcha. So this is unexpected surprises. This is, you know, getting that flat tire when you're on the way to a job interview, that kind of energy. And for those of us who are really operating through our unconscious minds still, we haven't unified subconscious, unconscious, and conscious minds, the gotcha energy could come in and sabotage the entire soul group dynamic, or it could sabotage and undermine the work that we've all been doing as a co-creative team, getting ourselves prepared to come into union. So in that regard, the himself energy and the singers of intuition are ready to bring to bear more of the electric masculine to make sure that we're able to get through the gate in balance. So that's really reassuring. And topping off that energy, we have Solus. And this is the divine masculine in his fully awakened form, embodied. And this is the energy that begins to and drive his embodiment, in the sense that the ego is now out of the way. So the pure divine masculine, undistorted masculine can come through and be helping to steer this wonderful Fortune's Wheel dynamic, which is opening the Sacred Union couple into their mission work. Okay, so that is the end of the general reading. I do hope if you'd like to join me for the extended, the link is down below. Once again, thank you very much for stopping by my channel, and have a fabulous Lion's Gate. Yay, if you're ready to go through the divine feminine, we are being nourished. Source and Gaia are cheering us on, encouraging us to let our love be free and generous, and letting our light shine. And then we have remembrance. And so here, this is for the divine masculine. This is the opportunity for him to remember himself in his undistorted expression that is aligned with source conscious co-creation. Okay, great. Thanks for stopping by. And if this has resonated with you and your Sacred Union journey, please do like, share. I think I have a PayPal link somewhere where if you'd like to contribute to my channel, I would much appreciate it. And yeah, join me in the extended. I'll see you in just a few minutes.